Past District Governor Lina Aurelio. Okay, make a wave, Kawai, make a wave. And of course, my District Attorney, Lorna Kapunan. ARRFC Paein Tantuco is also here.
Hello.
Of course, and Polio Now Coordinator is also here to support.
Good afternoon.
And we have so many Rotarians. DGN Gina C is still mobile, I can see. All of the DGNs from the Philippines are supporting the ASEAN ICC, so they're all coming in full force. All the governors, by the way, all the governors of the Philippines. Leslie, how about you? Anybody who would like to recognize?
Acknowledge.
Yeah.
We are overwhelmed by the strength of the Filipino presence today in our district. We're still waiting for our past governors, DGE and DGN, to come in. They should be coming very shortly. But DGE, Dr. Bindi is in. I see her in the room. Past Governor Dr. Mus is coming in. He had a little bit of technical issue, but I think he should be able to get in shortly. And who else? I see quite a number of our past present, our Rotary leaders, club leaders who are with us. Yeah, and who else? Yeah, I think there are quite a number.
Yeah, I just mentioned 52. We're now 56.
Yes, numbers are coming in.
I saw PDG Ivor, but I don't see him now.
DGE Bindi, first to get in. Welcome everyone. Okay.
I see PDG Rudy Balmater from Indonesia.
Yes, he's in. Yeah, I think Eva should be joining us as well.
Also from the same company where.
Also SGV. My goodness, this is the SGV connection.
Yes.
Well done, Polita.
There are a few of us here. Yes.
Well done. Great, Rudy. Welcome, Rudy. Yeah.
Oh, I see my PDG, Andre.
Yes, Andre is playing a key role here.
Yes.
Andre.
Oh, I see PDG Ivor is there. Our Centennial Governor of District 3310, PDG Ivor.
Governor Ivor. Fantastic. Well done.
Oh, nice music.
I got some music in the background.
Let me acknowledge one of our very young past district governor from Davao, past district governor Salvador Angala. PDG Bading. When I say young, young at heart. I think he's the most senior now in 3860. Is that true?
All young at heart, eh?
Yeah.
House Governor Hidayat is here to join us from Indonesia.
Hello, PDG Leslie.
Yes. Hi. Apa kabar? Who is that? Sorry.
Baik,
Hey, Pak. Hey, apa kabar, Pak?
Abiko,
Very good.
Very nice of you to join us all the way back from Surabaya. All the way from
YouTube is also on.
Pak Miko. Yeah.
Selamat siang,
datang, Pak.
PDG Miko.
Okay. Now we are who else is here? I can see past district governor Pepe Peralta. Yes, he's smiling, the smiling governor.
Yes, yes. Yeah, betul.
We have PDG Soryo.
Yes. I'm in a Zoom meeting. Just give me a minute.
PDG Mayan, you are from Cebu, right? Are you?
Yes, Pearl, we met before in Singapore. Remember?
Yes, I remember. Yes. Hello.
Your
Nice to
clubhouse.
see you again. Yes, nice to see you again.
Hi, Andre.
Andre is still mute.
Andre is muted.
Yeah, he's muted.
You can.
Okay, now I
there
can.
he is.
How are you?
Okay, you're back, Andre. Well done.
How are you, Meon?
Hi, PDG Andre.
Hello,
I'm good,
PDG.
and you?
Fine. Good, good. Thank
Nice
you
to
for
see
joining.
you.
Nice to see you too.
See at the top. Loretta Dennis.
I see my classmate Connie. Hi, Past Governor Connie. How are you?
Classmate.
Buhay, mabuhay. Welcome.
Classmate Leslie.
I can see PDG Ada as
I'm
well.
Ian.
How are you?
Hi, Eda. Andre here.
Hi, Andre. I miss you.
Me too.
We've been talking virtually like every other day.
Yeah.
All right.
Hi, Ada. How are you? Past Governor
Very
Ada from Hong
well,
Kong.
thank
It's
you.
good to join us.
We have also PDG Yumi Espina from Cebu.
Hi,
3860
Ada. Very good.
ARRS FC. Okay, Moose is already coming in.
Yes, it's coming in. Most is coming
Okay.
in.
Yeah, hi,
DGN, Joanne.
hi,
Well done.
PDG Leo from 3300. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Oh,
Ah,
PDG
thank you.
Leo. Yeah. Nice to
Okay.
see you.
Okay, I'm on.
Okay.
Can you see me?
PDG Mustafa, yes. We can see you.
You can see me. Okay, thank you. Great
Yes.
difficulty. Something wrong with my what do you call my Zoom connection.
I see.
I just dial in. I need show face a bit.
Well done, Dr. Moose.
You
You've
already
entered.
I'm not.
Very good.
So I better
Pass.
be there.
That's all right, Director Gila. How are you, Gila?
After I say, well, this DGN so
Leslie, can you please check our PGD Paul is having problem coming in. He has been waiting since 4:50. Take a note of that.
Who is that? Leo?
Paul. Paul just WhatsApp me a message. They've been waiting since 4:50. When you come in, can you just check and see?
No, I don't see him in waiting room.
Yes, sir.
We would have admitted him. Paul,
Yeah, he just texted me just now.
I see.
Okay.
Okay, I'll let him know then.
Let him know to come in again.
Okay.
There was a bit of a queue, but I think we have allowed everyone in.
Okay.
Leo, just let Paul know, please. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Great. Thanks.
Hello,
In my district, we've got a few more. Ask. Dr. Ellen Govan is here. My club's past president. Hans is here. Oh, Philbert is here.
PDG Pilbert is here.
Philbert. Well done.
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
PDG Philbert.
Good evening, everybody. Hello. Greetings from District 3410.
Oh, yeah. DG Rosie.
Hello, DG Rosie.
Hello. Is PDG Willie here?
DG Rosie. Hi.
Hello.
DGN, Joanne, you can unmute yourself. We are allowed to unmute until.
Yes, a fellowship. Sure, please do.
Yeah, okay.
I have my president from Rotary Club Jakarta Metropolitan.
Hi,
President
District
here.
Governor Rosie.
Hi, Governor
Glad to
Rosie.
see you.
Hello. I hope my father is here. Let's see.
Yeah, is Dad in the room already? Don't see him yet.
Oh, you are the famous Rosie. I see. Okay. Right. Now I know. I've seen you because I know your dad.
Cantik, District
Past
Governor
RI
Cantik.
Director Sawalak is here already.
That's right.
Yeah, just want to double check. Can you see me?
Yes,
Yes, we
PDG.
can. Moose, we
Can
can.
you see me?
Definitely.
Yes.
You can hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Loud and clear.
Hear you, can see you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Welcome, Pastor
Hello,
Dr.
hello.
Dr.
How are you?
Sawalak. Welcome.
Yeah.
Director Sawalak is still mute.
On mute. That was unmute yourself, Dr. Sawalak. Yeah.
I can
I
see.
don't see. I see. Kun Pichai. Yes, Kun Pichai. Sawadikap.
It's still unmute.
Can't hear you.
Still
Though.
muted.
Can't hear you. Can't hear you, Tukun. Mustafa here from Kuala Lumpur.
Past Director Paein is already
Paein
here.
is here. PDG City is coming in.
Pichai, good afternoon. Kun Pichai.
Oh. Swadika. PRIPP Chai.
Deepak, can you unmute past RI Director Giliar?
Also DG and Joanne.
Good evening, our mentor, past RA President Bicay.
Welcome.
He is Guillermo Tumangan from the Philippines.
That's my classmate.
Past RA President Bicay, our crab are waiting for you here. The crabs that you like very much are still here, waiting for you for our lunch.
I think Kun Pichai's microphone is not working, you know.
Yeah. Plus, RA President Bicay loves to eat the crab.
I see.
Yeah, we used to eat crab here every time he is here with us. And my good classmate, Sawarak, my friend, my sister, I saw you earlier. Sawarak.
Yeah, hi.
Mustafa, Ma.
Hello, you. How are you?
Yeah, my classmate.
Long time no see.
Yeah, my classmate, the training leader in 2001.
Wow.
You were
19
training
years
leader.
ago.
Yeah, RA International Director, training leader. My classmate Sawalak, you're looking for whom?
It seems that some of them are not able to unmute themselves, you know.
Yeah, we need the help of the technical to do that.
Yes.
Earlier. Sawalak is looking for the button.
Okay, I think we can help unmute
everybody.
But we have to see.
Now I am.
It's in the advanced setting.
อาจารย์ unmute ได้แล้ว
Okay, Lina. We have a RI Director Birpi Hongkala around. She's waving. I'm asking
Birpi?
her to unmute. Birpi. Yes, you're now. Yeah. Hello. Good afternoon, RI Director Birpi.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay.
Good morning, my classmate, Rupi.
Hello, Director Birpil. Hello, how are you?
Hi.
Hi.
Great to see you.
Let me see.
We have almost snow.
Welcome.
Good.
Welcome.
Here we have flood. Typhoon and flood
snow.
here in the Philippines.
Yeah.
Okay, we have also past RI Director Paein Hechanova already.
Hello.
Yeah, that's Director Paein.
Yeah,
hello.
hello.
We can hear you, Director. Loud and clear. Good.
Good.
Good evening, Director Paein.
Yeah, good evening, Bijan.
Hi,
Paein,
Paein.
how are you?
Hello.
Fine.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Hello, Paein.
Good evening.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, everyone.
Hi, Kiran. How are you? Welcome.
How are you? Ada, how are you?
Hi, everyone.
And
Hi, Pilijada.
Hello, classmate.
Hello.
Hello.
Director Gwila, hello.
Yeah, hello.
Hello.
Just wave.
Hi, PDG. This is Siti here. Hi, Ada. Hi, Dolly.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, Dolly.
Hello.
We are now live on YouTube. This is being also broadcasted live in YouTube. So all those who can access us, and it's going to be recorded. And for those who miss it, they can also see us later. They can also watch later in YouTube.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Lilu.
Hello.
Hi, Philip.
Past Governor Billy is in.
Hello, Leslie.
Hi. Dr. Kong. Hi, everyone.
Moderator,
Okay.
do you want to check Kun Bichai's microphone, whether it's working?
Yes. Can we ask IPP Deepak to help? How to give? Let's just check on the participants if they have their audio working, and then we can start.
Actually, Kun Bichai, his speaker's video is on, but I don't think so we can hear him. Kun Bichai, would you like to speak something?
Kun Bichai, would you be able to just test your microphone?
We can't hear him.
We can't hear you.
We can't hear him, yeah?
Oh, yes, we can.
We can.
We can.
But he has to.
No worry. Well, we are testing. Okay.
All right.
Hi, Jason. Thanks for helping out. Thanks, Jason. Well, we got 94 in the room. Let's wait
Hello,
for Ben to
PDG
pick up
Willie.
100.
How are you, PDG Willie? Wiguna. Yes, come in.
Oh, PDG Willie.
PDG Willie.
How are you?
Andre,
Fine, thank you. How are you?
Hi, Philip.
Leslie,
Fine,
hi.
thank you.
Leslie, thank you. Thank you,
Hi.
Leslie.
Philip, how are you? Well done, well done.
Bakit nawala
Last Director Rafi is in the room.
Con, yeah.
Yes, RI
How are
Director
you?
Rafi. Can we check on the audio? Past RI Director Rafi.
Can hear well. Can hear everybody's voice well.
Yes,
You all look handsome.
Thank you, President Bichai.
Good evening, guys.
Hi, Jude.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Sorry?
Good to see you.
How come you couldn't? Paul had some problem. Just come in. I don't see you on the waiting room. I don't see you.
Hello, everyone. DG
Hi, June. Can you hear me?
Yes, Mother Lina, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just checking on my mother.
Hi.
Lina. Hi, Lina.
Still pretty.
PDG
Hello.
Lina, the first lady
Hello.
governor of Philippines.
How are you? Miss you all.
I'm okay.
Hi, Jamie.
Hi.
PDG, Mustafa, ma. PDG, Dato Mustafa. PDG.
Apa ya? Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
In the meantime,
Hi, PDG Mustafa.
Hello. Hi. Mustafa here.
I'm fine. Wow, you look very good.
Thank you. Alhamdulillah.
Okay, can you hear me?
You're all okay here.
Leslie?
Hello.
Leslie?
On mute. Yes, now I'm unmuted. Yes. Yeah, Jason.
Can you hear me? Is my
Yes.
my audio okay?
Yes, loud and clear. Jason.
Okay, thank you.
Loud and clear. Thank you.
Hello.
Hello. This is PDG Perumal.
Perumal from
Can you
District
hear me?
330. Yes,
Yes, we can.
Can you
Yeah, I
hear
can
me
hear.
now?
Yes,
I
yes.
have to change it. I have to change something wrong now.
Our Centennial Governor, Dr. Perumal, is
I
also
have
in
to
the room.
change my
Okay, good.
computer.
Any Centennial Governors from the Philippines or the other districts who are here? We've got one in the room, Dr. Perumal.
PDG Ivor is our Centennial Governor, 3310.
Ah, that's right. PDG Ivo is here. So we got a classmate there. Well done.
Karena telepon. Tahu.
What about Paul? Is Paul in yet? Past Governor Paul? I don't see him. He had
Hi,
some
Albert.
issues.
How are you?
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Yes.
Hello. Can you hear me now?
Yes. Loud
Yes,
and
we can hear
clear.
you, but can't see you. Yes, now we can see you and hear you.
Sorry. I have to change the computer.
Oh.
Something
How are you?
wrong. Yes.
Oh, itu.
Glad to
pakai
have you
di
here,
bawah
Dr. Saulak.
sana. Ya.
Andre here.
Okay, Andre.
Yes.
How
How
are
are you?
you?
Good. Good. Good.
Our
Yourself?
director, Dr. Sawara. I'm
Yes.
good here. How are you?
Okay, fine. How about you?
Yes, good.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Good to see you.
Nice to see you,
Yeah.
Saulak. Nice.
All right. Have you seen me now?
Happy to see you.
It's not like my PC, but I use my iPad instead now.
Okay.
Hello,
Okay,
PDG
it's,
Albert.
Hello.
How are you? Are you okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, it's 5:32. We've got 100 on board. Past
Good
Governor.
evening.
Hello,
PDG Filbert.
Yes.
PDG Filbert.
Hello, Filbert.
Good here.
Have you seen me?
Yes.
Okay, so partner Leslie,
Yes.
where are you?
I am here. I am here.
Okay.
Hang on.
Anyway, as explained, we will now show the housekeeping rules
Yes.
on
I'm here.
online meeting. Don't be concerned if suddenly you became muted. It's all right because that is part of the rules. Everybody has to be muted, and then we have to give audio to those who have parts in the program. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what we're doing now. So we will proceed with the program. But before we proceed with the program proper, we prepared an honoring for our past RI President, Matt Caparas. Okay. As you all know, past RI President Matt Caparas just passed away. He was born on December 28, 1923 at Cuyapo, Nueva Ecija in the Philippines. He graduated from the University of the Philippines College of Law in 1949 and received his Master of Laws degree from Harvard Law School in 1950. He joined the Rotary Club of Caloocan as a charter member in 1959 and became its president in 1962 to 1963. He has served as a district governor in Rotary year 1964-65. I know this because President Matt was the district governor of District 380 then, when my club, Rotary Club of Marikina, was chartered in 1965. He served as an RI director in 1979 to 1981, and vice president of Rotary International in 1980-81. And later on as a trustee of the Rotary Foundation for 4 years. In 1980, after he transferred his law practice to Manila, he was invited to be a member of the first Rotary Club in Asia, the Rotary Club of Manila, the club which started it all in Asia, chartered in June 1919. Thereafter, he went back to join his original club, the Rotary Club of Caloocan. And just recently, he transferred to Rotary Club of Malolos, where he also had his roots. President Mat was the first and only Filipino to become president of Rotary International. His term of office was from 1986 to 87 with the Rotary team, Rotary Brings Hope. In 1985, Mat, as RI President-elect, introduced the Rotary Community Corps, or RCC program, which was adopted by the RI Board of Directors in 1988. The RCC was envisioned as an organization of community members who wish to improve the places where they live or work. In many ways, we consider President Mat as a leader ahead of his times. And only now things like the RCC have found themselves or found expression within the framework of a Rotary Club with things like the satellite clubs. He also championed the cause of women or admission of women in Rotary, and forever we are all grateful to him because of this advocacy. True to the theme of this Rotary year, Rotary Brings Hope, President Mat lived his entire life bringing hope into the lives of the downtrodden and forsaken. While he may be gone physically, but his spirit and legacy live on in ASEAN Rotary. Friends, allow me to invite you to watch this video, which happened in 1979 when past RI President Mat was then Rotary International Director. He said, and I quote, "From small beginnings come great things." And he continued by saying, "We are to mark today the beginning of what we hope to be a great thing, the total eradication of polio. From the first small beginning of having the first oral polio drops in Makati, Philippines in 1979, we now have the achievement of being this close to end polio in the world. Thanks to past RI President Mat Paras for supporting the fight to end polio all the way." Let's all watch this video.
Roger, there's no sound.
Deepak, IPP Deepak, there's no sound. Can you click on share computer sound in your security?
I'm doing it right now.
Okay. Can you repeat? It's just a 1-minute video, by the way.
You want to do it? From you? You want to do it? You do the video. Sound. Sorry, hold on, we just. Okay, got it. Sound.
We are here to mark the beginning, a very small beginning, of what we hope will be a great thing. The total eradication from the face of the earth of a dreaded disease, poliomyelitis. Great things always have a small beginning. When Paul Harris, we are here, Rotary, to mark the beginning, 75 years ago, a very small beginning people of what we hope will be a great thing. That organization with the total eradication from the face of the earth flourish of a dreaded disease to cover 153 countries. It is our hope, great things always have that in this small beginning we would have, as I said, the great when Paul Harris, eradication of out of this we are here, Rotary, to mark the beginning, 75 years ago, a very small beginning people of what we hope will be a great thing. That organization with the total eradication from the face of the earth flourish of a dreaded disease to cover 153 countries. It is our hope, great things always have, that in this small beginning, we would have, as I said, the great when Paul Harris, the eradication of this we are here, Rotary, to mark the beginning, almost 75 years ago, a very small beginning, people, of what and we hope will be a great.
Okay, good afternoon, distinguished dignitaries, my fellow Rotarians, Rotaractors, and guests. We would like to welcome all of you to the first ever virtual ASEAN Rotary Fellowship. Good afternoon, my partner, PDG Leslie.
Good afternoon, partner RRFC June. Before we start with the program proper, let me remind that everybody is enjoined to observe the house rules. So everybody will now be muted and only those who have parts in the program will be given audio. Kindly practice self-mute always if you have no part in the program. Thank you so much.
Okay, at this point, we will now call on the person who has been the moving force behind this event. And to tell us a brief history of the ASEAN ICC or Inter-Country Committee and a history of this ASEAN Fellowship as well, and to make our work or our dream of having an ASEAN ICC, please welcome past President Jimmy Ooi of Rotary Club of Singapore.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Thank you very much, RFC June and PDG Leslie for being our wonderful moderators for this session. And it is always a delight, to see despite the global weather. And it's good to see that everyone is safe at home. So the weather is always nice at home, right? Now, I must remember this song, there is a song that tells of somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly, and the dream that you dare to, oh why can't I? When Jim Davidson tried to sell the idea of Rotary to Asia, many were skeptical. It seemed an impossible task to blend such a diverse nationalities, religions, and cultures. And by 1931 itself, he had formed 23 Rotary clubs, and the friendship amongst the club, especially those in Southeast Asia, has been but most cordial. A story I recall reading in our district bulletin of how the charter president of RC Bangkok, His Royal Highness Prince Purachatra, hosting the first district conference. He traveled by train all the way from Bangkok to Padang Besar, there's a border of Malaysia, a distance of about 1,000 kilometers to personally welcome and accompany our members from Singapore and Malaya to Bangkok. Now, the friendship on the overnight sleeper train must have been most unforgettable. So we move fast forward 2020. Rotary has since grown to over 1,600 clubs in 18 districts in 9 countries within ASEAN. So when a team of us comprising of PDG Dr. Philbert Chin and PDG Andre Suharto met with past RI President Vicharata Kun and past RI Director Sawalak some years back at our district conference in Chiang Mai on the idea of starting an ASEAN Rotary network to promote friendship and project partnership, we received his blessing, and later the idea grew into a giant call for the formation of the ASEAN Rotary Inter-Country Committee with the support of both RI and the National ICC Council. But I wish to echo what the late past president, Mat Kaparas, in his inauguration of the first polio project, said that great things are marked with small beginning. As a Rotarian, I was inspired to start with this small beginning. And I was further overwhelmed by fellow Rotarians like yourself, who likewise share the same inspiration. I'm sure our efforts in making ASEAN our home, where friendship and partnership unite as one in making a difference to the life of our vulnerable communities, will be our giant success in realizing our dreams of ASEAN Rotary Inter-Country Committee through our collective small beginnings. So my fellow Rotarians, perhaps perhaps somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds do fly. I'm so looking forward to hearing from our Rotary doyens and dignitaries who have embarked on their Rotary journeys way longer than many of us here today. And I'm sure their words will lead us towards realizing the formation of the ASEAN ICC. With that itself, I must thank you, and over back to you, and have a wonderful evening. Back to our moderators. Thank you.
Thank you, Past President Jimmy, for the very informative and enlightening history. Yes, indeed, Prince Purachatra served 2 terms as the Charter Governor of the ASEAN Rotary world. And this juncture, we'd like to call upon RRFC Jason Lim to introduce our first and keynote speaker. Over to you, Jason.
Thank you, Leslie. My fellow Rotarians, good afternoon. It is my great honor and pleasure to introduce past RI President Pichai Ratakun, His Excellency Pichai, married to Kunyin Charui Ratakun, who passed away over 6 years ago. They have 3 children, 6 grandchildren, and 2 great-grandchildren. Past President Pichai is a charter member of Rotary Club of Thonburi, the 2nd club in Thailand, and the first Thai-speaking clubs in Thailand since 1958. Pichai has served RI as district governor in the year 1963-64. He also served as IA discussion leader, committee members, RI directors, TRF trustee chair, and RI president in 2002-2003. His team as a president is Sow the Seed of Love. Past President Pichai is the managing director of a pharmaceutical manufacturing company. He also served as the president of the Thai Pharmaceuticals Manufacturing Association, directors of the National Chamber of Commerce, and the Board of Trade. He is also a member of Parliament for 9 terms since 1969 and the leaders of the Democrat Party. He also served as foreign ministers, deputy prime ministers, speakers of the House of Representatives, and presidents of the Parliament. While he's serving as Deputy Prime Minister, he also served as the Chairman of the Anti-Corruption Commission, Anti-Drugs Commission, National Audit Commission, and the Organizing Chair of the 13th Asian Olympic Games in Bangkok. He is decorated with Special Class Honor by the King of Thailand and the First Class Honor by the Emperors of Japan, Presidents of the Philippines, Korea, Austria, and Nicaragua. With this, let's join me and welcome past RI President, His Excellency Pichai Ratakun, to deliver his opening address. Over to you, past President Pichai. Sir.
Thank you very much, Jason. I'm so happy to see all my old friends here. Even though I can't touch you, but my heart touches you. My heart touches you. I want to commend past Governor Dr. Philbert Chin and Jimmy Oy, who initiated this program. You don't know how much I miss Matt Kaparas when you talk about Matt Kaparas. When you say that he joined Rotary in 1959, I joined Rotary in 1958, 1 year earlier. But I have been very close friend to him. So to lose him, to lose Matt Kaparas and my good friend, another one, from the Philippines, Paco Delgado. I miss all of them. I hope that from the Philippines you will convey my message of sadness and condolences to the family of Matt Capras. Anyway, his wife has gone also, but perhaps the grandson of Paco Delgado are still alive. Please give them my best regards. I wish to congratulate you once again, Gilbert Chin and Jimmy Oy. You don't know, you have started a program which will be beneficial to all the countries in the ASEAN communities. This program will boost the relationship between countries in ASEAN. We have only one country left, that is Vietnam. I myself have tried very hard to get Rotary into Vietnam. I failed, but I do not give up. I shall try so that in ASEAN, the 9 countries of Rotary will be combined together and we talk together, work together, whether in times of happiness or in times of sadness. You mentioned about the theme of 2002 and 2003, sow the seeds of love. Now, mind you, I do not have any love. Someone do have many loves. What I mean is that in Rotary, you must have love in your heart and in your action. When I was president of the club in 1963, I'm sorry, 1961, I was president of the club, 1961. My theme was also love. Give the love to the Rotarians in the country, in the district, and they will love you back. Through love, you can do everything you like, anything, unless you must only have love. It's love that makes the world. It's love that leads to successful exercises. Many people at the International Assembly ask me why the theme was sow the seeds of love. I never say that it's my theme. It's your theme. It's everybody's theme. And I still keep to that philosophy of Rotary, sowing the seeds of love, so that by love you can do everything you like. Now, when we look ahead about the ICC, we got to be very sure that the structure of the ICC is workable, because it will be 9 countries. It's very difficult to work together in 9 countries. For the structure of the whole operation is very important. Jimmy Oi, Past President Jimmy Oi, you will be able to start thinking how to set up the compensation and the structure of this program. I would suggest that from now on, every district governor, the current district governor, should be advised and tell them now, already now, tell them that we have a plan that we will be combining our efforts to work. Please tell the governors now, convey the message to the governors, and they will in turn convey the message to their members, to their clubs. And I hope that after this horrible COVID-19 is gone, I would like to see that all of us here go to Singapore and we have a boss meeting with Wilbur, and we want to see that Wilbur Chin, who is still young and handsome, looks after this program. I think Wilbur Chin will be able to serve as chairman of the committee and cooperate with all the clubs in the 9 countries. Jimmy Oi will be able to tell you the background of this. The last point I want to say is about Rotary International. Rotary has changed so much, so very much, that it is no longer Rotary. It's not Rotary anymore. Rotary now is just a simple organization like any other organization, without any basic value, the classification principle, the attendance rule, the good fellowship, so forth and so on. We have lost the basic philosophy of Rotary. In order to get Rotary moving, don't expect it to enlarge in Japan. Japan is having difficulties, but we in ASEAN, we can still expand Rotary, expand our service, expand the relationship between countries and countries, between clubs and clubs. But don't forget the basic philosophy of Rotary. So I would suggest that when we look ahead, we must see that we go back to basics. We have to go back to basic, emphasizing on classification, attendance, membership, so forth and so on. The service project is nothing. Everybody can do that. But the basic, the culture, the value of Rotary is all gone. I want to see that comes back before I die. I'm 95, but I can still walk and even do some boxing.
Okay.
So I hope to be able to see that this committee works, this program works. Another good program of Rotary, which not too many people emphasize. That is the Peace Fellowship, which is in Chulalongkorn University in Bangkok. The peace program is so important, especially among our clubs in ASEAN. Therefore, I would like to conclude my short notice that when you look at Rotary, you don't have to always follow the footsteps of Rotary International. I don't like, I hate Rotary International's new initiative, which we have lost all the basic philosophy. Jimmy Oy, I think, mentioned just now about Prince Purachatra of Bangkok, the first president of Bangkok Club of Thailand. He will be missed. If he were alive, it would be very sad to see that all the good things of Rotary, which you and I have served. So don't you don't have to follow every step, every single word from RI. Rotary International is not our father. We are their father. We can control them. We can tell them what to do and not what to do. So I think in order to make Rotary moving ahead, especially ICC, we must be firm with the basic philosophy, firm with the basic value of Rotary. I hope I've done that enough. It's almost 15 minutes now. And so once again, I'm so happy to say Hechanova, Peter Chin, Mustafa Ma, and many others. When I was governor, when I visited Malaysia, I spent 2 nights each club. I spent 2 nights to stay with them, so that our relationship between the governor and the clubs have been very warm. That is why I say love is the only instrument for us to move forward. I thank you once again for giving me this chance to say these few words. But repeat once again, don't have to worry, don't have to listen to Rotary International in everything. What you think is best, do it. If you don't think it's good, don't do it. Don't care then. Thank you. I think I have concluded my talk.
Thank you very much, past RI President Bichai Ratakul, for that very clear marching orders. I still remember you said we have to go back to basics. I think that's where we have to go to. And now we will now proceed with the rest of the doyens, the Rotary doyens, and we'll call on them one by one. And at this point, let me first start with our first belonging to the Philippines, coming from the Philippines. Allow me to introduce the first Rotary doyen from the Philippines. Past RI Director Rafael Paein Hechanova Sr. is Philippines Rotary icon on love and service. For him, love for others is what Rotary is. He is the first Rotarian member of the Arts Club Society in the Philippines. For the last several years, he has been an advocate for a Rotary International Convention to be held in Manila. Please join us in praying that this will happen soon. He is a true sportsman, a golfer, and in his younger years, an Olympian. Yes, you heard me right, an Olympian in the field of basketball. Paein represented the Philippines as a starting 5 team player of the Philippine basketball team in the 1951 and 1954 Asian Games, and the World Olympic Games in Finland. And the World Olympic Games in Finland in 1952. Paein became a member of the Rotary Club of Makati in 1967. He served as president in 1972, 73, and later on as district governor of then District 382 in 1979, 1980. He was the governor, by the way, when the first polio drop in a Filipino child was made in Makati in 1979. He served as RI director in Rotary year 96 to 98. He served Rotary International in various international committees and task forces. He was a member of the most prestigious nominating committee for RI presidents in 2005, 2007, 2009, and 2011. He has represented the president of Rotary International in various Rotary district conferences in Asia, Australia, Italy, and United States. Friends, join me as we welcome our first Philippine Rotary Doyen, past RI Director Rafael Paein Hechanova, Sr.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for that introduction. Fellow Rotarians and friends, I bring greetings from Manila. Before I begin my short comments on inter-country committees, allow me to greet my long-time friends in Rotary, President Bichai of Thailand. I've met him since 1971, and together with our own Mat Kaparas, we here in the Philippines consider him as our mentors. I've also met PDG Mustafa Ma in Malaysia many years. Also, PDG Willy Wiguna of Indonesia. And of course, PDG Philbert Chin of Singapore. I hope all of you are well and safe from this virus. Philbert, I look forward to seeing you one of these days. Friends, I consider Philbert as the most qualified director that RI never had. Fellow Rotarians, inter-country committees have been promoted by RI for several years, but has not progressed beyond 1980, when Australia and Bangladesh joined together with the ICAPs to cure the blindness of many people of Bangladesh. It was started with a grant of $327,000 by the Rotary Foundation, and with strong support of Australia and Rotarian volunteers, it was very successful. These were volunteers from the Philippines, not as country representatives, but in their individuals as good Rotarian doctors. Here in the Philippines, we had informal associations by Rotarians, Rotary clubs, and Rotary districts. I had the privilege in 1979-80 to start one when I went to visit Japan as the first incumbent district governor. The visit was followed for many years until 1984. I am sure that an organization among countries to work with ASEAN will be most welcome. The President of the Philippines has appointed a special envoy to ASEAN for entrepreneurship and the promotion of small and medium enterprises. Perhaps we Rotarians can designate a Rotarian as envoys to ASEAN for disaster relief and community development. We would not know what the future will bring, but let us do it. Thank you, Philbert, Jimmy, Oy, and members of the Rotary Club of Singapore for initiating this get-together. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Past RI Director Paein Hechanova, for your valuable insights and inspiring message to us all. For our second Rotary Doyen, it gives me distinct honor and pleasure to introduce our very own Past Governor, Dato' Haji Mustafa Ma from District 3300. Mus, as he is popularly called, joined Rotary Club of Kuala Lumpur Diraja in 1962. And how do we condense his almost 6 decades of Rotary service in less than a couple of minutes? I'll try to do that. He served as a rank and file Rotarian and later served the board. And when he was posted as education attaché to London and the Malaysian High Commission in London, for 5 years, he joined the Rotary Club of Melbourne in London. And upon his return, he rejoined Rotary Club of Kuala Lumpur Diraja. And he went through again the ranks and served as president in 75-76. With the blessings of Allah, please be upon him, Mus is now the most senior in age and most senior in Rotary office in our district with a proud record of being 100%er for 51 years. His laughing therapy must have something to do with his longevity in service. And he strongly believes that Rotary has provisions for attendance exemptions due to ill health or lack of mobility. But as Rotarians, you are not exempted from service, and you pledge to serve when you join, and there's no retirement from Rotary. Back to his Rotary career, PDG Mus had organized the RI District 330, the then District 330 conference in 1982, and he was active in Interact, Rotrac, and RILA committees. He was also the team leader of the GSE team to the then RI District 517 California, when the past RI President Rick King was the then governor of that district. He served as the district governor in 86-87 under RI President late Mat Kaparas. Rotary brings hope. A strong believer in training, he initiated and conducted PETs in our district and is also the chief moderator responsible for training modules in District 3300 and 3310. He had also introduced Youth Act clubs to our district about 2 decades ago. A longtime trustee of the Foundation of Rotary Clubs of Malaysia from 86 to 2002, he had also served as the chair for 2 years. Now, apart from Rotary, Mus is very passionate, active, and a champion of the Malaysian Anti-Narcotics Association, or PEMADA, and had served at the international level, the International Federation of NGOs. He is a benefactor, 6-star, 6-sapphire PHF, and was a recipient of Service Above Self, the Rotary Foundation Distinguished Service Award, and the TRF International Service Award for a polio-free world. He's happily married to Datin Mariam, a former practicing lawyer. And with that, I'd like to hand over now to past Governor Dr. Mus, who was the governor when I was a newbie in Rotary. Over to you, Dr. Mus.
Thank you very much. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May God's blessing of peace be with you. First thing, my trademark. Please join me in 5 seconds of laugh therapy. Ha 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 Ha
Ha
ha
ha
ha.
ha 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 ha.
Ha ha
Ha ha
ha.
ha.
Thank you, thank you. On that happy note, I must first clarify that I'm not the doyen of RI District 330. The doyen of RI 330 is Bichai Ratakul. But for District 3300, the doyen is past District Governor Bill Ng. I am actually number 2 in seniority in District 3300. And as a result, that past District Governor Bill Helms is not so good, so I'm standing in for him, but I'm not the doyen of the district, I'm number 2. So when we talk about ASEAN, I can't, forget that when RI President Bichai Ratakul stood for election as governor of District 330 in Singapore, I was present. And at that time, RI District 330 contained 7 countries in ASEAN: Thailand, Vietnam, Cambodia, Laos, Malaysia, Singapore, Brunei. The 3 other countries of ASEAN not included in the district was Myanmar, Philippines, and Indonesia. So in a way, ASEAN is actually returning to the old glory of RI District 330. Leslie asked me to highlight a few things that I'm proud of. The first thing I'm proud of is that I appointed 2 district secretaries, joint district secretaries. Past President Dato' Pei Lai Huat from my club, and past President Vincent Tang, Charter President of Rotary Club of Shalam. They were a great help to me in every way. They helped me through my year as governor. I'm proud to say that both of them have now become past district governors. So past district governor Dato' Vincent Tang and past district governor Dato' Pei Lai Huat. The other thing I'm very proud of is that RI District 330 was a leader in training. We believe firmly in the importance of training and educating our incoming officers. And I am proud to say that I pioneered the first President-elect's training seminar in 1986, before RI introduced it. The President-elect's training seminar in Kuala Terengganu in 1986, during the year when Mat Kaparas was the incoming president. The second thing I'm very proud of was that we introduced bilingual clubs for the first time. And the first bilingual club in our district at the time, 330, was the Rotary Club of Garden City, Singapore. One of the former members of the Rotary Club of Kuala Lumpur, Tan Hien Sing, was in Singapore at the time, and he was one of the movers who helped us form the bilingual Rotary Club using Chinese, Mandarin, and English. The other thing I'm very proud of was I chartered the Rotary Club of Labuan, the federal territory in the Borneo Island. So that was another new territory where Rotary planted its flag. These are the things I'm very proud of. And I think without going to other things, I think it is important that since you are talking about ASEAN, I think collectively we should use the influence that Rotary has to apply for permanent working relationship with ASEAN Secretariat. Because one, we have that status, Rotarians can attend as observers to all ASEAN meetings. I think it is very important that we establish ourselves in the ASEAN Secretariat. And I think maybe Kun Pichai can help us because he has great influence over the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Thailand. And also will appeal to our Indonesian counterparts because ASEAN Secretariat is based in Indonesia. So if two parties can put their head together, I think getting the, permanent working relation with ASEAN would be no problem. So it's nice to see so many of you, but I believe I'm the only one governor during RI President Matkapara's year in office. So I'm grateful that the meeting honored my president, Matkaparas. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, PDG Mustafa Ma. And now, let me call on, by the way, we really miss your laughter therapy, and thank you for that 5 seconds laughter therapy. At this point, let me call on the daughter governor who will introduce her father governor. And would you believe they hold the record of having a grandfather governor, a father governor, and a daughter governor. So friends, let us welcome to introduce past District Governor Willie Wiguna, the daughter, District Governor Rosie Wiguna.
Thank you. Good evening, Rotary Doyens of ASEAN, past district governors, and fellow Rotarians from ASEAN countries. It is a special opportunity for me to introduce my father, past district governor Willie Wiguna from District 3410, Indonesia. He is a member of Rotary Club Jakarta since 1972. I am blessed to be in a third generation district governor with my grandfather Tan Tek Peng, governor of Indonesia 1953 to 56, and my father Willie Wiguna, governor of Indonesia 1988 to 89. To his friends and all Rotarians, PDG Willie is known as the Flying Governor. And I know his heart is in ASEAN since he has visited so many Rotary clubs in ASEAN and has been always motivated by the Rotary spirit of his friends in ASEAN. I am proud to say that PDG Willie is one of the best district governor in Indonesia since he managed to more than double the numbers of Rotary clubs as a starting point of two new districts. A wonderful father, a dedicated Rotarian, a pioneer in many ways, and I think he's also adapted to technology, doing Zoom meetings all the time. And I know he will be very happy to see a strong Rotary Asian network. May I present to you past District Governor Willie Wiguna.
Thank you, DJ Rosie. I have some problems with my hearing. My mobile is not responding to the sounds, but I just say thank you for everybody. Happy Thanksgiving Day today, and to everybody that celebrates Thanksgiving. I am Willie Wiguna. I'm the second generation district governor in the family. DJ Rosie is the third generation. Her father, her grandfather was district governor in Indonesia, the first district governor when took over from the Dutch. Unfortunately, the Rotary clubs in Indonesia were banned during the Japanese occupation and also by President Sukarno from 1971 to 1961 to 1971 for 10 years. So I joined 1972, and the growth of our clubs is during the 16 years, only 2 clubs per year. And then I acted on the advice of His Excellency Kun Bichai Ratakul. He's told me to get the blessing from the head of state. And that's why he could make from 0 district to 3 districts because he was vice premier in Thailand. And as a government official, he said, all the government employees don't expect a raise if they are not Rotarian. So immediately he got all the government employees become Rotarians. But unfortunately, I cannot do that. But with the help of God, I think I could get President Suharto, that was demigod, that's then the head of state, to open my district conference in the palace, in the presidential palace, and it was attended by President of Rotary International, Royce Abbey, because that was the requisite of President Suharto, that President of Rotary International should be there. That was the first thing that happened to motivate people to become, to have one purpose, and that's to grow the Rotary Club from 1 district to at least 2 districts. Because the area that I have to cover from in Jakarta, the District 340 was like from Los Angeles to the Bahamas. And in the US, they do it with 100 governors. We have to do it with 1. But that was okay because my hobby was flying. So that was welcome for me because I could fly around. So, but thank you to Kun Bichai Radhakul for the advice and for his visits to Jakarta several times during his presidency. Thank you for Rotary Mustafa Ma. PDG Mustafa was the one that was brave enough to come and fly with me in a twin-engine Cessna 310 to start all the first pets of the district in 1987. So that was the beginning of the growth of District 340, and now we have 2 districts, 3410 and 3420. Thank you, PDG Mustafa. And PDG Philbert Chin was the one who showed me how good the Rotarians are in Singapore, because they are very going all with the rules of Rotary. And thank you also, PDG Filbert and PDG Paein has also shown me that in Manila, you can have more than one district, multiple districts. Why can't I have in Jakarta not a multiple districts? So we are trying to do that in the future. And thank you very much for everything. And I'm looking forward to work together with the ASEAN people, because I have been visiting before the pandemic all the PDGs in Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, and the Philippines. So they are all very, very helpful. So if we have an ASEAN fellowship, then I think it will be very good for all the Rotarians. Thank you.
Thank you so much, PDG Willie, for your kind message. It is indeed unique history that we have a daughter governor introducing the father who was a past governor. And in our district, we also have a flying governor in PDG KB Lee. He must have flown with you, PDG Willie, in some of the district conferences. So let me now bring back RRFC Jun to introduce the next speaker. Jun.
Thank you very much, partner. Okay, our next speaker is very close to me, simply because, not just because we belong to the same district, but mainly because she was my district governor when I served as Rotary president in 96-97. When we talk about the historic admission of women in Rotary in 1989, surely you will not miss asking who were the first women Rotarians in the Philippines. Well, our speaker joined the Rotary Club of Sampaguita Grace Park as the charter president of an all-female club in 1989, the year that Rotary admitted women in Rotary. She likes to be the first in everything that she does in her life. Historically, and this is undisputed, our speaker is the first lady governor outside the United States and Canada. So that makes her the first lady governor in Asia and the Pacific, which include, of course, the title of being the first lady governor in ASEAN. During her term as governor in 96-97, the Rotary team then was Build the Future with Action and Vision. This Rotary team accurately describes her as a woman of action and a woman of vision. True indeed, because she was the first governor who made possible 11 major donors on a single year during her term in 1996. Our district was also recognized in Glasgow, Scotland, as top 10 in the world on membership growth. Truly a woman of action. A multi-awarded Rotarian, club president, and governor, having received all the highest awards for both the Rotary Foundation and Rotary International. Friends, join me in giving a warm welcome to my district governor, the first lady governor in Asia and the Pacific, the very beautiful past district governor, Marcelina Lina Aurelio.
Thank you. Thank you very much, June, for your very kind introduction. To one and all, mabuhay. I'm humbly honored to have been included in the list of Rotary doyens and be associated with the Rotary giants coming from the ASEAN countries. Through ICC was not emphasized during my year as governor, it was France and Germany who were active in the Association of Clubs with the aim of reestablishing the bonds of international friendship and the promotion of peace. I am tasked tonight to highlight and inspire lady Rotarians who are a force to be reckoned within Rotary ASEAN. Women are active participants in Rotary, serving the communities in increasing membership and serving in leadership positions in Rotary. The 1989 Council on Legislation vote to admit women into Rotary clubs remain a watershed moment in the history of Rotary. In the words of the late past RI President Frank Devlin, he said, and I quote, "My fellow delegates, I would like to remind you that the world of 1989 is very different from the world of 1905. I sincerely believe that Rotary has to adapt itself to a changing world." So my friends, the vote followed a new decades-long effects of men and women from all over the Rotary world to allow the admission of women into Rotary clubs and several close votes at previous council meetings. The response of the decision was overwhelming, and by June 1990, the number of Rotarians had skyrocketed to over 20,000. The number of women members worldwide reached 195,000 in July 2010, about 16%, and surpassed the 277,000 in July 2020, which is about 23%. Friends, a top priority for Rotary is growing and diversifying our membership to make sure we reflect the communities we serve. We know that our capacity to increase our impact and expand our reach happens when we make people unite with us, which is when we have diversity, equity, and inclusion. Rotary celebrates and welcomes the contribution of people of all backgrounds, regardless of their age, ethnicity, race, color, abilities, religion, socioeconomic status, culture, sexual orientation, gender, and identity. My friends, we are Rotary, advancing women leaders. We explore barriers, we challenge mindset, we discuss benefits of diversity, and lastly, we develop actions. How is your club working to elevate the presence of underrepresented groups as members? The latest survey shows reaching out to underrepresented communities to make connections is just 34%. Talking openly about why our club lacks diversity is 22%. Shifting our institutional perspective about leadership is 8%. Updating our policies and procedures, 6%. And lastly, those who haven't begun to address it yet is 22%. I would like to let you know that during the 2018 Council on Resolutions, Resolution 18R.30 adopted promoting women in Rotary, and another resolution, 18R.31, adopted the consideration of increasing opportunities of women, young leaders, and people of different races and ethnicities to serve district, zone, and RI leadership positions. Rotary will cultivate a diverse, equitable, and inclusive culture in which people from underrepresented groups have greater opportunities to participate as members and leaders. The RI Board of Directors has set a goal on the number of women in Rotary and Rotary leadership positions to be 30% by June 2023. Currently, women make up 23% of our membership and represent an average of 20% of leadership positions. This shows that the Rotarians are ready to embrace change, as indicated in the record number of breakout sessions at the 2019 RI Convention in Hamburg. only indicated to the type of women advancement in Rotary Fellowship. If there were a time to focus on the work of leadership, development of leadership and skills, and the debate around qualified leadership, it is now, especially for women. It is time to deepen our commitment to Rotary values through service, innovation, and setting priorities that reflect the needs of our communities. 6 women in RI board for the first time ever in 2020-2021. One of the values in diversity, we must reflect this in every part of humanity. Diversity ensures that Rotary represents the voice and speaks in every language that exceeds age, sexual orientation, gender, race, ethnicity, and abilities. And to further highlight the role of women in Rotary, allow me to quote what the late past RI President Louis G.I. had said as he encouraged the incorporation of women in our organization. And I quote, "Women play a prominent role in modern society, a role which should become even more important in the future. As president, I will appoint an international committee made up entirely of women whose job will be to analyze their contributions to the society of the future. We must continue involving our spouses in Rotary activities. We must encourage incorporation of women into Rotary. We must work actively to improve the status of women, improving their educational standards, ensuring their rightful respect, and promoting the mainstream advancement in all our society." My friends, nobody could have said it better. The message is loud and clear, and it is up to us to respond to the needs, not by time to think about it. Opportunities are here waiting to be tapped. My fellow Rotarians, this is a challenge we have to face. It will be a revitalized Rotary, strong and flexible. And towards this, we must combine the energies, will, and intelligence of Rotarians, men and women, and others willing to support our cause. The task we have knows no limits. The doors of Rotary should be open to whoever is capable of raising the banner of Rotary high. In closing, let me extend to you the greetings and best wishes to all ASEAN Rotary leaders, friends, and clubs. It is my wish that we continue to serve the ASEAN Rotary Intercountry Committee, which we are going to start this Rotary year. Thank you and have a good evening.
Thank you very much to a living legend for your message of support to the ASEAN ICC. And truly, you're the first lady governor outside US and Canada. So at this point, thank you, Mother Lina. Let me call on Rotary Public Image Coordinator Andres Suharto to introduce our next speaker.
Thank you, moderator. Distinguished Rotary dignitaries, Rotaractors, ladies and gentlemen, I'm honored to introduce to you a very senior Rotarian from District 3310, which comprises of 3 countries, namely Brunei, Singapore, and part of Malaysia. Past District Governor Dr. Philbert Chin, a retired general practitioner, has been involved in the social service sector for the past 50 years. Some of his illustrious achievements are founder president of the Organization of Senior Volunteers, or RSVP in short, in 2000 to 2012, and board member of Samaritan of Singapore in 2011 to 2014. As far as Rotary is concerned, he served as president of the Rotary Club of Singapore in 1979 to 1980, and 4 years later, he was the District 330 governor, where he grew the district with 11 new Rotary clubs by the end of his tenure. At Rotary International level, he served in the following areas: training leader at Rotary International in 1986 to 1988, chairman Youth Service Committee in 1990 up to 1991, vice chairman Rotary Volunteer in Action Committee in 1991 to 1992, chairman Host Organization Committee of the RI Convention in Singapore from 1997 to 1999, and member of the Strategic Planning Committee for 3 years from 2002 until 2005. I was informed that he was the only Asian serving at Rotary International in all the positions that I just shared with you. He had been appointed 11 times as RI President's representative at various district conferences around the world. Now, at 91 years old, he has been a 100%er and still keeping his promise in bringing in new members into various Rotary clubs every year without fail. He is a recipient of the Rotary Foundation Citation Meritorious Service Award in 1992 and 1993, and Rotary Service Above Self Award in 1993 and 1994. For his service to the Singapore community, he received the Public Service Medal in 1985 and Public Service Star in 2008 from the Singapore government. From the Rotary Club of Singapore, the oldest and biggest in terms of total membership in District 3310, I have the honor to present you past District Governor, Dr. Philbert Chin. Go ahead, Dr. Philbert. You need to unmute, please. Dr. Philbert, you need to unmute your microphone.
Thank you, Andre, for that kind words. I am so happy that I've been able to just today met some of my very old friends like Tun Kun Pichai and Paein, Hechanova, and Viri Vithana, and so many others. I am rather sad, of course, to know that so many of my colleagues during my days, younger days as Rotarian, have passed away. And especially I heard that Jun Tan Bunting is no longer with us. He was a good friend. The idea of the Intercountry Committee actually went back to the days when we are 11 countries are in the same group. And among that 11 countries were mostly all the ASEAN countries. And we governors who were in that country, all those countries, were talking about services among the countries of all the 11 countries. That was the first fruit of ASEAN. And Mat Kaparas was one of the champions and Pichai was another. But nothing came out of it because soon after we were split. And all the countries were given away to different things. And we ended up with a group of Indian countries. But now I see that we are a little bit back and together, and ASEAN has become a reality and a strong reality. While ASEAN has three emphases, that is the economic, the political, it is really lacking back in the social sections. And it came to our mind that we could perhaps fulfill that section for the ASEAN countries and spread the importance of love in service as mentioned by Pichai Prataku. You know that Rotary, when people ask what are Rotary, and very few really can answer what Rotary is. And they all can say that Rotary stand on two pillars, and that is fellowship and service. The fact is that Rotary stand on three pillars. We have forgotten the important pillars of self-development and vocation. And this is where we can do something. You know, it's strange but true. If only all the ASEAN countries have friendship clubs between themselves, a lot of good can be done in service. And hopefully this inter-country committee will try to achieve that. And that is all ASEAN countries will have, I don't like the word sister relationship. I don't like the word fellowship. I like the word friendship. Friendship clubs among themselves dedicated to spread love in the ASEAN countries. And that is the hope of this ICC, that we will all work together to serve our brothers in ASEAN and grow together in strength and love. Thank you.
It has been a very productive afternoon, and we've come to the closing remarks coming from our most recent past RI directors from ASEAN. So we'll do it by seniority. Let us start off with a special closing message and endorsement, and we'd like to welcome from RC Makati West, District 3830, whom served as RI Director in Rotary year 2014-2016, past RI Director, Gula Tumangan. Over to you, past RI Director Gula. Please unmute, Gula.
Now, thank you. All right. First, I would like to thank, express my thanks to the members of the organizing committee and to our senior advisor, past RI President Bichai and past RI Director Paein Hechanova. And I would like to greet our current RI Director Birpi and his spouse Mati. In organizing this ASEAN Rotary Network, we are in search of single platform that will engage Rotarians' heart and leave the mark of Rotary in ASEAN as influencers in the world. Why not? We have a history and a reputation, the United Nations and the End Polio Now. ASEAN is the perfect venue for the like-minded business persons and Rotarians to meet, be friends, and lead our countries to prosperity through the ICC. As a membership organization first, we definitely have to have a strong people orientation. The Rotary vision and the recent events have pointed us in one direction, togetherness in service. ASEAN stands for oneness as an economic and socio-cultural community. The ASEAN Rotary Network breathes light to the social cultural contribution of Paul Harris to the world. His vision of a neighborly world founded on fellowship, and according to Paul, fellowship has 5 elements, namely tolerance, economy, integrity, service, and leadership. His platform is the application and spread of the golden rule in business worldwide. In ASEAN, extreme poverty exists. What can a world fellowship of business persons do? Paul Harris said, and I quote, faith, hope, and charity, and clean business. I repeat, clean business. These 4, and the greatest of these is clean business. Charity sometimes destroys initiative and demoralizes character. Rotary will continue to be charitable, but it can do more than that. Let Rotary remove the cause of that which makes charity necessary, and then I quote, unquote. One such cause of poverty is corruption due to extravagance and the absence of simplicity. To care is to conserve the planet's resources. Today, because of COVID-19, Clean business means looking after the well-being of employees, suppliers, and adjacent communities, not just customers. However, money is very scarce, but wealth remains. One such wealth is friendship, harmony, and cooperation, especially in the Rotary world. Again, the inter-country committee can be the community wealth center or wealth creator. We have our Rotary guiding principles, the area of focus, RI strategic priorities for action. We just have to be ever mindful of the ASEAN Charter and its country's vision. Financially challenged, parents work hard because the only inheritance they can give their children are good education and a good name. We have seen how foreign and domestic Rotary clubs are drawn together by projects that provide access to quality education and functional literacy. With a regional framework of competencies, now in cooperation in the ASEAN, our young people will have the mobility and the opportunity to learn from the different cultures. Rotary's new generation exchange and inter-country RILA have fit very well. This caring for each other is seen in sharing and deploying time and talents to productive endeavors, developing a collective intelligence that enables people to adapt to the challenges of the environment and building community wealth guided by the Rotary service, ideal, and ethical decision making. Rotary has always emphasized cultural sensitivity. The ASEAN Rotary Network is an excellent opportunity to aggressively pursue cross-cultural communication and build a unified, caring virtual community. At this time, Rotarians are the virtual lighthouses of hope to the world. Who among the private volunteer humanitarian membership organizations in the world is poised to lead in nurturing human ecology and supporting socio-cultural viability by teaching the world how to build caring communities? Rotary in ASEAN, of course. We have exchange programs, global networking groups, peace fellows, and vocational teams. A lot of good people doing a lot of good things in the world. But there is no forum where we are able to use the experiences to make large-scale change. Let the ASEAN Rotary Network be that forum. We are still at war with COVID-19. Let me share the sentiments of a Rotarian from London who attended the 1916 RA Convention. Feeling way down by the pain of losing family and colleagues in the World War and the looming burden of post-war recovery and rehabilitation. Probably the same thing and same feeling that we are now experiencing of COVID-19. He said, and I quote, sharing a Rotary meal once a week was our excuses to allow ourselves to discuss about the war. But in Rotary's moral worth shall be higher than royal blood. This should be written in Rotary's eternity book for the future Rotarians to read. Make moral worth is a common denominator in the ASEAN cultures, so our inter-country committee shall be built upon a solid foundation. Membership meetings, classifications, ARA and TIARA programs, these all add up to make Rotary the biggest family of influencers in the world. Just like past RA President Bichai, I do miss past RA President Matt. He would have enjoyed today's session with past RA President Bichai, past RA President Paein, and the other senior Rotary leaders in the Asia. The family of Rotary will surely expand its reach and its impact with Rotary in ASEAN Inter-Country Committee Initiative. Thank you very much and mabuhay to everybody. God bless all of us.
Thank you very much to our very energetic past RI Director, Guilherme Tumangan, for your valuable insights and, of course, your message of support to the ASEAN Rotary ICC. Okay, so now let me call on the lady, the only lady, who will give a special closing remarks. Is our favorite past RI Director, Lady PAS RI director from Thailand, and she served in Rotary year 2015 to 2017. Friends, let us all welcome PAS RI director, Dr. Sawalak Radharavich.
Good evening. Good evening, dear friends. Dear RI dignitaries and friends. For me, today is one of the most present days of the year to see the faces and listen to the voices of many people I have not met for so long and miss very much as always. These people include respected senior Rotarians such as PAS-RI President Pichai, PAS-RI Director Paein, PDG Dr. Philbert Shane, PDG Professor Mar Liner, and all dear friends in this fellowship seminar session. Despite it is not being a person-to-person meeting we have been accustomed to, this new form of communication that has become normal at least provides us with a great opportunities to share something worthwhile and strengthen our friendship bonds. I wish to thank the organizing team for their substantial efforts and for making this opportunity possible and successful, particularly the ASEAN Lottery in the Country Committee idea, which could create the true power of peace through a lottery ideas of service above self for the benefits of ASEAN communities. To accomplish our goals of the ASEAN Rotary in the Country Committee successfully, in my opinion, we need particularly effective cooperation in several areas. For example, we should survey ASEAN community priorities so that we can share our service cooperation. It would also be appropriate to develop a highly effective communication center to rapidly respond to sudden question for help, sudden requests for help, such as during serious disaster, which may occur at any time in this uncertain world. Certainly, funding is an important issue to be considered for cooperation. Such funding would ensure that our services are successful, but we should not forget to focus on other powers of peace in terms of human mentality, including integrity, ethics, and morality, especially for the young who will be our future. We also need Rotarians' expertise for this cooperation. Hence, we require data, including Rotarians' volunteer names of service in different areas of expertise, for example. Lastly, thanks go to all of you who have made this fellowship session so meaningful and widened our visionary ideas to develop cooperation in service and friendship that is beneficial to our ASEAN communities. And that makes Rotary grow in membership. I wish all the best to all of you and hope we'll meet again in the very near future. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, PAS-RI Director, Dr. Sawala. But now we come to the last, certainly not the least, as they say, we will keep the best for the last. Please welcome for a very special short closing message from Rotary Club of Pasig, District 3800, who served as RI Director in 2018 to 2020, PAS-RI Director Rafi Garcia III. Over to you, sir.
Okay, partner Leslie, I think I saw in the chat box that PAS-RI Director Rafi left a message in the chat box. That yes, that he has to leave because of his appointment with his doctor, which he could no longer cancel.
Oh, I see, I missed that.
Okay, so okay, yeah, it's in the chat box. Anyway,
right.
So we'll just skip the special closing remarks of PAS-RI Director Rafi Garcia.
Skip that then.
And,
all right, so okay, thank you.
Why is he unhappy?
Okay, we have come to the point where.
Oh, okay.
okay, to the concluding part of this first ever virtual Rotary ASEAN Fellowship. And, you know, we have gone a long way in making this dream. I've listened to our senior leaders.
The two.
There's somebody speaking.
Yeah.
I think it's mainly. I've listened to the senior leaders and I've seen it's really history in the making. And this is really a dream come true. And we are going there slowly but surely. Okay, partner Leslie, what are your parting words?
Thank you, RFC June. Yeah, really enjoy doing this with you, and just sometimes wonder if this kind of technology is really part of Rotary opening opportunities. I'm sure it is. And just like you, I echo your words. We've been so inspired by the messages from our doyens, from our leaders and luminaries from our district. And we have actually 9 countries, 18 districts, more than 1,600 Rotarians, more than 1,600 clubs, and more than some 35,000 Rotarians joining as one ASEAN Rotary Fellowship. The tremendous strength and tremendous power. Over to you, June.
Okay, of course, let us thank all our speakers, our senior leaders who participated, all program participants, and most especially to our host club, the Rotary Club of Singapore, led, of course, by our point man, past President Jimmy Uy, and, of course, the chair of the planning committee, of the ICC Planning Committee, PDG Pilbert. Okay, special thanks to immediate past President Deepak and President-elect Mei Lee for assisting us in the technical requirements for this event.
Right.
Now, may I call on past District Governor Pilbert Chin to officially adjourn the first ever virtual ASEAN Rotary Fellowship.
And then with photo opportunity after that, right? June?
Yes, we will have.
Don't leave the room.
Don't leave.
Don't leave the room.
Yes, open your video. We will have quick photo ops for everybody.
Quick photo op.
Again, may we call on past District Governor Pilbert to officially adjourn tonight's first ever virtual Rotary ASEAN Fellowship.
Mute. Yes. Thank you very much for all of you who have participated in this special meeting and coming all the way or tuning in with the through the zone to be present here. And I hope this is the beginning of big things in friendship, big things in promoting integrity in vocation, and big things in service throughout ASEAN. And I want to thank a few people here. One, Leslie and June for acting as moderators. You both did a wonderful job, and thank you very much.
Thank you for
and
that.
then, of course, to the man who is behind all this, and that is Jimmy. I am really indebted to him for his dedication to this project. And the backroom members of my club, Deepak and Mili, for seeing that everything fall into place. Now, this is the beginning, and I hope very soon we will be organizing the real thing to move us forward, and that is the start of ASEAN. We have contacted the Secretariat here through our former ambassador at large, who is a member of Rotary, and through him to the former Secretary General, and he has promised to connect us with the Secretariat in Indonesia, and we will be meeting and see how the ASEAN Secretariat will be of service to us before we call on the planning committee to go directly into working of what are our mission and vision. Be patient, we will be moving forward, And thank you very, very much. I am so glad and actually very surprised that we got all the 9 ASEAN countries so enthusiastically wanting to do this. Thank you very much and God bless.
Thank you, PDG Filbert.
Yes, thank you, PDG Filbert. Okay, so as promised, we will have the photo ops and we will be assisted by IPP Deepak and PE Meli for the group photo ops. I think we have 8 pages. Is
Yes,
that right? Yes.
we have 3 pages.
Oh, 3 pages. Okay, you have a big computer.
If you have left only 3 pages. Okay.
Okay, in our case, we have so many pages. Okay, so first page, smile.
Smile. Everybody said cheese.
Cheese.
ASEAN cheese.
ASEAN cheese.
Yes.
Okay, you can now unmute. Okay,
Excellent.
second page.
Second page.
Thank you very much to our
Smile, everyone,
director,
again.
Burpee.
Thank you very much.
Great. Thank you. Last page.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good to see everybody here.
Thank you.
Thanksgiving to whoever's.
Congratulations.
To all.
Congratulations.
Next
Wow.
me. Congratulations to all the
Wow.
ASEAN
Okay,
countries.
everyone.
Congratulations,
Stay
Gob
safe.
June.
Bye. Thank you.
Congratulations to all of you.
Thank
So
you.
the photo taking session is over.
Thank you to all Philippine Rotarians who went to put on time.
Thank you very much.
Some Malaysian rotators as
Oh,
well.
yes.
I know that you are there.
Congratulations,
Gob
June, for another job well done.
Congratulations, Gob June.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Daddy
Deepak and
God.
Meli.
Thank you, my
Ina.
district attorney.
Hi, Indonesia. Go to sleep na.
Bye, Andre.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Keep safe.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, everyone.
Okay, bye. Bye.
All of you.
Bye, everyone.
Very good.
Bye,
Bye.
everyone. Sorry, I cannot. I'm outside.
No worry.
Yes. Thank you for a great session.
Your heart is
Hello.
with us.
I was listening in.
Hello.
Thank
Hi.
you.
Hello.
Congratulations, Gob June. Hello, Gob Mayan, Gob
Hello, Felicia.
Jess,
Thank
and
you, Asai Director
Everyone.
Sawala. Thank you, everyone.
for inviting me. Hello.
All the panelists.
Bye.
Meron
Miss
ako.
you. Miss you all.
Okay.
Miss you so much.
Papunta Bulacan, wala ako. Ano
Bye.
yun?
Dear Doctor.
Joblina, congratulations.
Ayun, ang wala ako.
Miss you so much. Bye.
Doctor Sawalak.
Bye, Natalia. Bye, Pascal Nobili.
Australia. Hope to see you one day in Singapore.
Yeah,
Talk to Ellen. You're
well.
still there. Talk to Ellen.
Tell friends, huh?
Hi, Gigi. Lee. Oli.
Okay.
Pasar
Okay.
Doctor, Dr. Sawara, how are you?
Yes.
Very much.
I'm
You
Philip.
miss,
Thank you to everybody.
miss
Good to
you
see
so
you.
much. Huh?
Hello, Anna.
Everybody from
Bye.
my brothers and sisters all
Bye.
over
Yes,
ASEAN
yes,
countries.
killer.
Thank you very much to
Yeah,
everybody.
bye.
Long
Director
time
Gila.
lost friends.
Hi, PDG June.
Bye-bye.
You, Billy, Felicia,
Bye-bye.
Fly, hi.
Kapag ka na, Billy.
Bye-bye.
DJ Suryo, apa
Thank
kabar?
you, Deepak. Thank you so much for your help. Let's Millie.
Classmate, Sawala.
Okay,
Thanks,
can you
Sawala.
call back? I'm downstairs.
Miss you. Miss you all. Miss you all.
Thank you,
Hi,
Jimmy.
Ricky.
Hi, Natalia.
Ricky, Chen.
Oh, Natalia, my good friend.
Miss you
Hello.
all. Okay.
Hi.
How are you, Natalia? My dancing partner also.
Oh, I like your hair color,
Hi,
Natalia. I should
Natalia.
recognize you.
Bye-bye.
Classmate, Sawala.
Yes, miss you. Miss you.
Just hold on.
Philip, how are you,
Miss
Philip?
you, my friend.
PDG.
Yeah,
PDG, Philip.
Hi.
yeah, good to see you.
Miss you. Miss you so
Only miss
much.
you, my friend. Miss you, my sister.
Great networking. Thank you, my host, June. Fantastic. Thank you so much, June.
Thank you.
Yes, partner.
Daddy
PDG
Gilbert, are
Aida,
you
good to see
okay
you.
now? Are you
Philip,
fine?
Okay, bye, Philip.
Okay, bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye, take care.
Bye, Wesley. Thank you. Thank you, Wesley.
Bye-bye.
Okay,
Thank you.
watch out for the next announcement.
Yes, next announcement, next big
Okay,
event.
we will receive guidance
Very
from
soon, okay?
the planning committee on how to do this. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Take care.
Okay.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Thanks,
Bye.
Millie. Bye,
Thank you,
Millie.
Andre. Thank you, Andre.
Thank you.
Most welcome.
Andre.
Well done, well done.
Everyone.
Okay.
Bye, Andre. Bye, Millie. Bye.
Thank you, Leslie. Thank you,
Thank you so
June.
much.
You,
Fantastic.
Thank you,
June. Thank
Millie.
you,
Good job.
Leslie. Thank you, Jimmy.
Deepak.
Thanks, Deepak. Happy belated birthday, Deepak. Yeah.
Hey, happy anniversary.
Thank you.
Forgot to wish you earlier.
Thank you.
It is related.
Belated.
We did wish him earlier.
But
6
still can
months.
be happy.
So quiet.
Hey, Natalia, how are you?
Happy birthday, Deepak.
Ada, take care, Ada. Sorry, you're muted. Is it Ada? Okay, Jimmy, and have a good rest, Jimmy.
Yeah, thank you.
Well
Thank
done.
you.
Well
Thank
done.
you, Jimmy.
Me,
Wow,
thanks.
great
The rest, you,
effort,
Millie, and Deepak all need a rest.
Yeah.
Well done.
Thank you very much, everybody.
Jimmy.
The
Great work. Thank you.
The amount of communication that Jimmy made with so many individuals across the
Yes, Jimmy has spent a lot of time.
A lot of time.
Yeah.
Oh, time is what we have.
And I really couldn't actually do anything much because I was so busy with the GETS and GNTS for the past.
you are the
No
advisor.
problems, Andre. We are
Together with-
well. Jimmy and the team, technical
We
team,
do the
is
work, you just
one job. And you have actually helped us a lot, so not to worry. Yeah.
Yeah, with PDJ Ada as well, being involved in GETS and GNTS. That was
Yeah,
fun.
Ada as well.
Okay.
PDJ Ada is muted. You cannot
Yeah,
unmute
she's
yourself.
muted.
eh?
She
Yeah,
said she's muted.
try to, but can't.
Try to unmute her.
Unmute her.
I try and see.
Oh, she's very animated.
Hold on, be patient, PDJ Ada.
Yeah, Ada, let's unmute her. Can we unmute her?
I can
We
tell what you're
try.
doing today.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, for a while.
Oh, I'm
Ah,
unmute,
there
my
you
You're
God.
unmuted, Ada. Hi, Ada.
I do miss you all.
Yes.
Hi, Ada. How are you?
Hi, Leslie. I miss
classmate.
you, my classmate.
My
Ah,
classmate, how are
you were
you?
classmate,
Well
the two
done.
of
Thank you for letting
Yes,
us
Ada's my
in.
classmate.
Thank you for letting us join the meeting as well. It's
No problem.
fantastic.
It's a pleasure.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
It's
A lot
always
of
good
friends
to
in
see
ASEAN.
everybody.
You are the ASEAN +2, Ada. Hong Kong is also included, huh? The ASEAN +2.
Is
Yes.
it?
Yeah, Hong Kong and Taiwan.
Okay, you
ASEAN
better
+2.
include us. Then we
Huh?
can help to do something. Okay?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. I can run up the some of our classmates again.
We got to go look at global grants. There's so many things we can do
That's
together,
right.
Ada.
Yep.
That will be
yep,
nice.
yep.
That will be
Thanks.
nice.
We got our classmate, RI director, Vipa, on the call, and Richard was on the call as well just now.
Oh,
So
good.
yeah, we got
good.
two classmates, US and Finland. So
Wow.
thank you for letting me in, Leslie.
No problem, pleasure, classmate.
Yeah.
Take care.
And
Stay
good to
safe.
see
No typhoon
everybody.
in Hong Kong.
Okay.
Hong Kong no typhoon, no? Okay.
No, we are very
Good,
good,
good.
here.
Well done.
Yeah,
Excellent.
we're just going through another
We're
wave
having
of COVID.
thunderstorms
So,
here in KL. Daily storms. Stay
Okay.
safe, Ada.
yeah, I will.
Kesavani is
Okay,
here.
take care.
Kesavani.
I know. Anyway,
Kesavani.
see you guys all.
See
Bye
you.
bye.
Okay,
Ida.
bye.
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 Hi, PDJ Suryo.
Hai, apa Andre?
Apa kabar?
Baik-baik.
Alhamdulillah baik. Wah,
Suryo, apa
gimana
kabar?
kabarnya?
Welcome, Suryo.
Good to see you, PDJ Suryo.
Yes, it is quite nice. Nice to
Yeah.
have this meeting.
You're calling in
Very
from
nice.
Surabaya, is it?
Yes, I'm now in Surabaya.
How is the situation in of COVID in Surabaya?
Yeah. We stay away from the
Now,
crowd.
Gunung Merapi as well. Is that
Oh, that's
how is
in
it?
Central Java. There's
Oh, that's in
Merapi.
Central Java, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, you have to stay safe. All of us are having our challenges here. Oh gosh.
But I see the COVID situation in Indonesia is very
Yeah,
challenging,
that's
huh?
right.
Yeah, because of the holidays, long holidays.
Yes. Then we got Ray.
Yeah.
Ray, how are you, Ray? Where is Ray?
Ray Castillo. Ray is
Castillo.
muted. We got to unmute Ray.
I don't think so. He's there.
He's not there. He's
Yeah.
not there.
And so is Joanne.
I think Vichai has left also.
We did try to ask them unmute and to open their video, but they're not
Okay.
responding. Yeah.
Okay. And Joanne. I couldn't really recognize her.
We got the PDG
Yeah.
already.
She looks so different now, Joanne.
Yeah. That's on the road to transformation, I think, you know.
Yeah. She's
Yes,
looking.
yes.
Oh, we got PDG Kasiak here.
Natalia also look different look now. Yeah, new look.
Yeah, she was leading the step up to end polio, getting Rotarians to lose weight.
And she lost weight, and she has lost weight herself. Well done.
Yes, yes. Lead by example.
Yes.
And then step up the number of steps that we make every day. So there was a competition.
Good, good.
Okay.
So
I
okay.
can't believe.
The backdrop is good. I'm going to retain the backdrop. Yeah, well done. That's a good backdrop.
Hey, thanks,
well
man, Deepak.
Deepak, yeah, I did the flag, but Andre, thanks for inspiration and
No problem.
Concept. So well done. So it was excellent. Thanks, Deepak. Yeah, that was lovely. Got all the flags done nicely.
Deepak must have exercised his artistic skills, at the last minute.
Yeah, that's right.
Where did you learn that from, Deepak?
Art school in Paris.
Wow.
I wish. Because Mili's all work. He was spending
really?
2 hours doing it. And I said, give it to me. And, she was doing it right to the perfectionist. She's the perfectionist.
Well, no wonder you had sharp eyes, man, Millie. I didn't even realize that, until you pointed it out just now.
She spent 1 hour on the Brunei flag. So
Wow.
Thanks
Well,
to you, Deepak.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
To all of you.
Stay safe, everyone.
Thank you.
Right. See you.
See you all.
Thank you.
Bye.
See you, PDG Suryo. Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye.
Bye-bye.
Everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye,
Well
bye,
done,
bye.
everybody.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Okay, gotta go.
Bye, Jimmy. Bye.
Hey, by the way, are you going to share the recording of this session?
Oh, number one is actually on YouTube. Number two,
YouTube.
Okay.
share the reports. Yes.
Okay. See you then.
Yeah, it'll be good.
Yeah.
You can share that. Fantastic.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank
Okay,
you.
bye. Take care.
Okay, we're done.
Towards the end, I think I was talking to them to.
Mm-mm.